Hi everyone, welcome to NYC Chat Room with Tiffany and Lauren, and today is Cyber Monday. I wait for it every time now, okay? So today we're going to talk about some gossip in the news, things that are going on, current events, just a few of the things that caught our eye. We'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments.
Yes, don't forget to rate, comment, and please subscribe to let us know, that you're watching and let us know your opinions.
Yes. So first we're going to talk about the updates on let's just call it the Rkelly saga. This has so many twists and turns, and we thought it was just going to be,
get the trial going.
Yeah, let's get this trial going.
Everything's coming out the woodwork.
Just like anything scandalous, there's all these people coming out the woodwork, putting in their 2 cents. So recently we had one of the victims who appeared, or ex-girlfriends, however you choose to look at it, who appeared on Vlad TV, Lisa Van Allen. She also appeared on Surviving Rkelly. She's doing her little interview circuit because we've seen her a few times by now. She was telling some of the things that she knows about Rkelly, and one of them, a few of the explosive things she said was about Aaliyah and how Rkelly admitted to her that they had some kind of pact where they would never speak about this, and Aaliyah apparently kept up her end of the bargain and never spoke about it, but he apparently was talking to bitches about it. So his word is no good in these streets. On top of
his heart is too big.
Sure. But supposedly he also admitted to also having a relationship with Aaliyah's mother, which is freaky as hell. It's given us abducted in plain sight vibes.
Right.
If you haven't seen that documentary.
It is crazy. Go watch it.
Yeah, it's so weird. But basically, in one of the revelations in that documentary was that not only was this predator molesting this girl, but he was also smashing both the parents.
Yeah, mom, and did some stuff with dad.
Sexual stuff with both the parents. But so it's definitely giving me that kind of vibe where we were kind of going back and forth about it before filming about. I don't think that this makes Aaliyah look any worse because she was a kid. I don't know if I feel differently about her mom, but then I do. It's so confusing.
I definitely do.
But here's why.
What happened.
I feel like they were 2 grown people. I don't know if she was married at the time. Mommy. She was? Okay. So she's a grown woman, supposedly, allegedly having an affair. This is stuff that grown people do. This is nothing sinister like him messing with children, like him messing with Aaliyah. So they were getting it popping. I'm not mad. I mean, but what then did she believe was going on with her daughter?
Right. Which I think, if this, if it is true, it's like we said, it's in the past, as Rkelly says, in his way past.
Way past.
Yes, his way past.
Yeah.
But it's coming out now, so people are going to talk about it. If it was what's going on as far as him sleeping with mom, I definitely think mom knew what was going on. I already thought she kind of knew what was going on, but to sprinkle in the fact that she was possibly sleeping with him too, I'm looking at you sideways and I'm judging you.
We know that mom had singing aspirations. Aaliyah would talk about that in her interviews, how she got her talent and her desire to sing from her mother, and how she would always sing My Funny Valentine because that was like her mother's favorite song to sing.
Right.
So I don't know if she just pawned her daughter off. That's rough, man.
That's what it's starting to sound like.
Yeah, I don't know, but I wanted to root for her just because of my love for Aaliyah. I was a fan. I am a fan of her music. But I wanted to think that if she did smash, I wanted to give her some credit and say like, well, maybe because she was giving it up, she felt like he wouldn't touch her daughter because it's like, you got me. What do you want a little girl for?
But even having that thought in your head would make you not want to.
But I just wanted to believe more that. But we all saw the interviews, the awkward interviews with the matching outfits.
Yeah.
And the rumors,
we were young back then, so us as young people knew like something wasn't right.
We thought that was her boyfriend.
Yeah,
we thought that was okay to some extent.
Right. When you're young.
We didn't know Aaliyah came off really old, and she was older than us, but not by that much.
No.
I think like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, because I think she would have been like 40 something now.
40 something? She was born 1979, I think.
Okay.
So we were born 84.
So
6 years. Mm-hmm. She's 6 years older. So yeah, she'll be 41 this year. So we just thought it was like, okay, because we know little girls around the way that had grown boyfriends.
Yeah, I mean, when you're young, you don't really notice. You know something's not. You know it's not right, but you don't really think of it as being as wrong as it is now that you're an adult.
It feels more wrong when it's happening to you. Like if you're 14
right.
and a 29-year-old man is like beep beep, you're like, oh no. But if you see someone else that has like, you just like, oh, she's a thot. Mm-hmm. I'm not calling Aaliyah a thot. Okay, I'm not saying that. But that's just the way you would look at it around the waves. But yeah, we didn't really think too much into it. But that was what Lisa Van Allen had to say, was that Aaliyah, she got confirmation from his mouth. Now this is Rkelly's supposed jank ass word. So let's take that into account. That it's like a game of telephone. He said some shit. She heard it. She's telling Vlad. So that's what it is.
So I mean, yeah, a lot, like we said. Different people now are coming out with their own versions, their own stories. Yeah. Now they got this third tape that came out of another young person allegedly being on the tape, and the people who found it. The story of how they found it.
Yeah. Was like, come on. So they made it seem like they just went up in their attic. I don't know if it was their attic, but let's just paint the picture here. Yeah. You just went some box of VHS tapes because you like sports. So these are all sporting events.
Yeah, and that's how the lawyer described it too. Gloria Allred. Isn't that her? Gloria.
I don't know. I'm impressed that you know that, because I don't know that.
Yeah, so good. Because, she's they call it like an ambulance chaser, kind of.
Oh.
She's always in something. Her and her, I think it's the daughter. It's Gloria and...
Oh, shit. Put me on.
Yeah, put it in the comments. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But she was describing it, and she's like, yeah, it's from his friends. They gave him sports tapes because they know he likes sports.
And he can't seem to track down where he got a pedophile's recording from.
What did it say? Like, and Major League 1992? Like, what did it say?
Yeah. What? But Lisa Van Allen did say that Rkelly would take this duffel bag full of VHS tapes everywhere he would go. I'm like, that's not secure, you idiot. So you're recording these crimes, and then you take your duffel bag to the gym. She said anywhere he would go, that bag would be with him.
That's crazy.
And that's how she was able to take one out. So one could have fell the fuck out at McDonald's.
I think there definitely, and it's VHS, so we used to be able to dub things and whatever, but people in his camp definitely have some copies of them taken. That's how they're coming out one by one.
My spidey senses are telling me that someone passed this tape over recently, and they came with some cockamamie story about how it came to be found.
And maybe gave this person money, like, here, you the one saying that you found it.
Right. And I feel like whoever had held on to this shit to get paid made some kind of story so that they wouldn't be criminally liable for facilitating
the heat is coming on.
Yeah.
So they're giving it to whoever they can. This is just our thoughts. They're giving it to whoever they can, right? They're giving it to whoever they can.
We all have, storage spaces in wherever we live, right? Some of that shit you don't touch. I got photo albums, so you just have like a box of VHS tapes, and you just thought, I'm gonna watch these,
right?
Because you like
out of
sporting
nowhere,
events,
right? I just remembered I want to watch
that
some
game,
videos.
That game from 1979, like.
Goodbye, sir.
And all of a sudden you just saw Rkelly's ass.
So we already know that story's fishy.
There have been friends that gave him sports tapes because they know he likes sports. He has no idea. He's tried to think about it and no idea. These are very old tapes.
Nobody's believing that.
No, not us.
And I don't think the truth will come out. But I don't think they care because they have as long as they have the tape, they don't care how they obtained it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure next week or over the week there's going to be more people coming out, more stories, more videos, more just things coming out in the public about this. So this is going to be something that is going to be ongoing until, a trial actually happens for Rkelly. Because right now they're saying how broke he is and he's
somehow anonymous people just keep. I'm starting to feel like what you said, that he just hides his money, so he doesn't have to pay child support and shit.
Yeah,
because he's anonymous. People keep on bailing him
out.
Yeah,
this one was an anonymous person that just so happened to give him $160-something in child support. Why they didn't give it to you when you was having the issue in the first place? If they just had it, to give to you? Why weren't all these people donating to you when you're going through all these? Because everything apparently is in foreclosure. The interview he just did was in his apartment in Chicago, and he owns an apartment in the Trump Towers. Yeah. And that supposedly
that's not his.
They said that's actually, allegedly, is in Azriel's name, I think they said.
Word?
That's what they're saying.
Okay.
So that's why she's his pit bull in the skirt, because they're saying that, she
property.
Right. She feels like, if something happens.
I'm with him.
Yeah. If something happens,
you just said it.
It's all gonna come to her. We don't know. That's what they're saying.
Maybe she got a whole master plan.
You never know. She might. We might think, she might be smarter than we think she is. So we gonna see.
But I mean, to give, there's a YouTuber, Tasha K, online with Tasha K is her channel, and she been said that Aaliyah's mom smashed, but she took it a little further and said
a whole lot
that it was a threesome situation. That's a little far.
She did say that.
And recently she did another video where she was accusing
a
everyone
lot of people
of being co-pedophiles with him and booking flights. Somebody had to book the flights. We knew that.
Yeah.
So she's naming names. I won't name them here. Maybe we'll put the link to her interview in the description box. Mm-hmm. But this is a saga, baby. It just keeps on going.
And we can see that it is not going to stop. I mean, it's been going on for decades. Yeah. So there's definitely a lot of skeletons in these closets that are coming out. So I guess we'll see as the weeks.
You could have just been great and just sang your little songs
and go down, had a legacy.
And I despise everything that you've done. Mm-hmm. I can't listen to my favorite song to sing. Just in passing, I'm someone who just sings all the time, and just is it Your Body's Calling? Yeah, Your Body's Calling. That's been my song since it came out.
Rkelly's one of those people. His catalog, you could just be doing anything, and a song will come to your head. You could be getting off the bus. Now you can't have that in your head anymore, and
I was conflicted because I was in the shower and I was singing. I was about to sing it just now, but I'm not gonna do that. But I was singing a song, and I'm like, if I don't stream it, can I sing it? Because this is like Your Body's Calling Tiffany style. I didn't took ownership of this song, but no. I'm not gonna put that to the universe.
Nothing on your spirit. Yeah. So that's the Rkelly thing. I'm sure we'll have some more again next week about it. We're gonna hear more people gonna come out. Ooh, we'll see.
It's a whole Trapped in the Closet. He needs to write a song about this shit, because this just keeps going.
It does.
The midget popped out. That's his real life. He was.
It really is.
His real life.
It really is.
Fix it. Anyway, moving along.
Next we have Wendy Williams is back. She's been back for a week now, I think it is. She came back, So Wendy Williams is back on the tube. She looks good. She looks healthy.
Said she spent 2 hours a day in the gym.
She does. She looks like she put
fresh hair.
She doesn't look as sunken in as she did. Even she said she has the Graves' disease. She has a thyroid issue. She got the husband issue. But
it's not an issue. She flashed a ring on her. And
she
was
did.
giving her fingers and pictures.
She said that everything is good in the Hunter household. Don't ask her no questions about her marriage as long as that ring is on her finger. She said, and it ain't going nowhere. So whatever's going on in that household, she is fine with it. Whatever's going on with his side chick that we know of, she is fine with it. So everybody else
kind of
got no choice.
That since he's equal partner in the show and calls a lot of shots, that she's being strategic about when she leaves. I'm not gonna go into that.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna take her for her words.
I think when it comes to her business, Wendy knows what she's doing. I think she just loves her husband and don't want to be without him. Yeah. I think that's pretty much all it boils down to. She said it's been 20-something years. Yeah. So she said
some women just have a horrible case of the who else am I going to get kind of syndrome. So I'm feeling like it's that. So at least she's able to function because she was bugging for a little while.
She was a little off, a little loopy.
It was hard to watch.
People were saying that they thought she was back on drugs and, but she looks good. She needed the time off, because she leads a very stressful life. So she looked good. What she came back with, the hot topic, she was on it. She had a little faux pas when she was talking about something. And she said the word Negroes in front of the live audience. People kept saying
Negroes.
You can't say that on daytime.
Negroes?
Well, she was just talking about somebody. Her audience is pretty much white people. So,
Negro is a slur now?
It's not a slur, but...
I'm confused. What the hell? Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not a slur, but you know, you can't be on daytime talking about... And then these Negroes said... That's pretty much how she was talking. She wasn't saying something in like a documentary. She was talking about, like, instead of saying niggas. I didn't know that was
a thing. Well, yeah. I mean, some people say ninjas. Like, you know, these ninjas. I heard, as long as you're black, you tend to get away with stuff like that. Like if a white person said Negro,
because it's her time slot, you can't do that. That's kind of like being a news anchor, like during the day. Even though they're more lax during the day than the evening time news anchors. They still can't be like, and this Negro over here, like they can't do that.
Well, remember Tyra had her show, and she was like a similar time slot, right? And she would told people to kiss her fat ass in her bathing suit.
That's different.
The Negro? I'm not aware, but I mean, if Beyonce can go on the
because
Super Bowl
even she has to be like a lot more conservative. Like those are different things though, because that's more like entertainment. Like she's I don't know. It's just different than an actual TV host for that time slot that she's in. I think that like the times she can't, not that saying it was illegal or anything, she can't get fined or anything for it. It's just not considered tasteful.
It makes white people uncomfortable.
Yeah,
because they can't say it.
Yeah, so it's not tasteful for the time.
I disagree.
And things like that of like, what she was. I mean, I definitely see what people were saying. I didn't see anything wrong with it because we say nigga all the time. People say it, but I think it's different.
I don't think she could say nigga on TV. That much I knew.
She just comes from a time. She doesn't say nigga. She says Negroes. Because her, the age group, they say Negroes instead of nigga. But yeah, people were saying things about it, and they were like, "Oh no, she said it with a hard ER at the end." Like she didn't. She was saying Negroes. And she was just like, I apologize. I just get real comfortable with you guys when I'm talking to you. So people made it into something that it really wasn't. It didn't. It shouldn't have gone into this big, huge
I'm
thing.
Unaware that would have been a big thing. But as a seasoned broadcast journalist, she should know.
Yeah. I think she does. And that's why as soon as she said it, she was like, oh. She was like, I'm sorry. She did. As soon as she said it, she brought it back. But whatever. Okay, she still came back strong with her comeback. And people were nervous about the show getting canceled and all this type of stuff. She let everyone know that she is here to stay. This is her time slot, and she's going to keep going with it. So I'm more proud of Wendy. That's all we pretty much have to say about that.
Yep.
Next we have JLO is engaged again. She done got her another rock, and it's very beautiful. I think this is her biggest one, actually. So she's moved up each time. The first one was the first husband,
like
Ohani Noah.
Yeah.
It was a cute ring, but she kept that. The second one was the dancer. Was it the dancer? Casper?
She didn't marry him. She just was rocking with him.
She just got a ring though. She didn't get engaged.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, so she got a ring from him, and then it was So it was Ohani Noah. Then it was Chris Judd.
Yeah, how can we forget Chris Judd?
Chris Judd was the one she married.
How long did that last? It was short, right? Over a year.
Yes. Okay, so Ohani Noah, Chris Judd, then Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Then
Mark Anthony.
Oh yes, then Mark Anthony. That was her longest one.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty ring. That was very beautiful.
They actually had the children and everything.
Yeah, so
Mark
maybe
Anthony,
she didn't get engaged. He did. There's something about Mark Anthony. Look,
he's not cute.
He's not.
But
he has that thing to him. That flair. So I can see, why she went for him. So now she has a rod, which looks like the biggest ring she's gotten. So, she got a nice little set going. I don't know. I wonder what she's done with the other ones.
Maybe she's a little stashed.
Hey, JLo, if you wanna, ever wanna get them off your hands, I am here for you. So congrats to JLo and A-Rod. And then it came out, Jose Canseco with his little spicy self. He always in some shit. I don't know if any of you really know about him, but he is so messy. He done came out talking about how A-Rod, he was like, oh, I hope she knows that he's been calling my wife, my ex-wife, while I was sitting right next to her, and he's cheating with her. Like, mind your business. First of all, that is your ex-wife. Second of all, they don't even fuck with you. Like, what is the problem? Why are you so upset that these people are getting married? That you have to come out with something right the day after they get engaged?
on another man.
Right.
Like, just relax.
The day after they get engaged. Well, Jose Canseco's ex-wife came out and she was like, it's a lie. I've known A-Rod for years. And I haven't even seen him in 5 years. But she said she knows both him and JLO, and she wishes them nothing but the best. And she said that Jose can go back and play with his old alien friends.
What's that mean?
I guess you mean he ain't right.
Oh,
okay. So basically she's saying that it's a lie and Jose don't know what he's talking about, which I believe. He just wanted to be messy for a second.
There's nothing worse than an ex that just won't, like, go away.
Right.
Why you
sitting
speaking on
here
my
like,
name?
why did I ever go?
Yeah, like, oh, how embarrassing.
Oh. So, yeah, he's just a mess. He don't know what's going on. So, bye, Jose. Somebody wrote in there, no way, Jose.
Melissa tagged me in the comment that was like, what in the Telemundo? I didn't say that. Nice. That was on the Shade Room, okay? I didn't say
Telemundo don't begin. They got some spicy, I don't know if you ever watched their soap operas.
That's like one of them channels where you just flicking and you just find yourself like
you just
2
sit there
minutes
staring.
later, like, oh, what am I doing?
Really. Lastly, what we have is what we've been seeing in the news about the school scandal that we've been seeing with the college. I should say college ring. It's been about, they're saying it's between 46 to 50, somewhere around there. People who are getting arrested, people are getting indicted, people are coming out the woodworks of people who have been changing grades, paying people to take the tests. There's this guy that's coming out named Rick Singer, who seems to be the ringleader, I guess, of getting these things organized as far as people, other kids or smarter people, as they said he put it, going back and retaking tests for famous people's kids. Not only famous people, just people with money, I guess, rich people. One of the people is Aunt Becky from Full House, if anybody remember that show.
Well, I am a law-abiding citizen.
Her daughter, she paid $500,000 to try and get her daughter into
USC, right?
USC. To try and get her in there. So apparently she was, and it was some kind of, I guess for like a sport that she didn't even do. So they're just trying to get all sorts, and their schools are like Yale is being questioned, Georgetown, UCLA, which are big names that we hear a lot in the entertainment industry, and people who are in movies and things, like even politicians. We see a lot of them have gone to these type of schools, and you wonder, like, I know you ain't that bright to get in there just on grades. So
if
this
you look
whole
up their
ring
stats,
is coming out.
Just their general acceptance rates are pretty low. I think UCLA or USC was 15%. So of all the applications they get, they accept 15%. So
crazy.
Those are pretty, like, stiff odds for a person to just apply. I mean, everyone's really pissed off, and I'm not. I'm someone
I
who,
don't see. Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
I'm an inner city kid. When I was of that school age, I am from Queens. My parents didn't have money to send me to any fancy colleges. And, I applied the regular way, took the SAT, no prep, went to Penn State University, which is a decent school, went to Quinnipiac University. Nobody paid my way, and so I guess of all people, I should be the type of person that would be mad. Like, oh, I had to scrape in. I'm not mad because, I mean, we always knew that having money stacks the deck a different way.
And we knew this type of thing was going on.
Oh, yeah. It's always
been,
we
knew the extent of changing grades and stuff. But I think
I didn't know you could change an SAT grade, but I definitely thought that you could make a donation and build a library.
Right. We hear that a lot.
And, you your kid would get into school just off your donation or your potential to do so.
They were even putting kids in uniforms and taking pictures of them. I don't know what the point of that was.
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
But
because is it to get, you're putting them in, so let's say UCLA for instance, you're going to put them in a UCLA rugby uniform to get into UCLA?
Right, or were they putting it from like teams, high school teams, to say like, hey, my kid plays this game, so that they could get into the school for that particular sport. And just ride the bench the whole season. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
On a scholarship, or just, I don't get it. But I am not surprised that I'm sure rich kids are getting jobs they don't deserve. I'm sure rich kids are getting different perks just from
even just see it in some jobs where you wonder like,
it's a privileged position.
This person is my boss and they're an idiot.
22-year-old white dude barely will come to school in come to work in like a wrinkled ass shirt and some Vans. Like, how the fuck are you my boss?
Or not know how to even, maneuver around the office.
They're asking you see other people, can you help me with this? And
so can you just do it pretty much? Just do it for me.
And those aren't even rich white guys. Those are like pretty mediocre ones. So let alone you got some money behind you. I'm just not mad. I'm not mad as someone who had to actually earn every credit of my degrees. I don't feel like, oh, I'm pissed off because they got in.
Yeah, I mean, the way they're stating it and the setup just sounds crazy. The way they had so many people involved, from people in the admissions office, coaches of teams, changing the grades of your kid would take a test and then give it to this man and he'll go back and have somebody else go take the, like that
Very involved.
That whole ring, it sounds just like a lot to do just to have your child go to this school. And then, like we spoke about earlier before we got on camera, then your kid goes to the school and doesn't do good.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing?
I guess it's just to be able to go to the country club and tell your friends, oh,
I went
Becky's
here.
over at USC.
Yeah.
I mean, so USC would be like an NYU equivalent, right? Because we're East Coast people.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't understand why you'd buy a USC degree or buy your way into that, or UCLA. I could see like Yale, Harvard.
I'm surprised NYU
Brown,
is not in it,
Penn.
because that's pretty big establishment. So I think other schools are going to come out as being a part of this ring. So I wouldn't be surprised if schools like NYU are also associated with it. They haven't said it, but
I mean, look, George W. Bush, he went to Yale, I think.
Yeah.
And everyone knows he's not smart. How did he get into Yale University?
Yeah, I guess
I think he's old as all get out.
And
so you think they just started? You think Aunt Becky is the first person to buy her daughter into school?
And now they done arrested her.
Hoffman.
Like, what are you gonna do to Aunt Becky? Then she's not going to jail.
I don't want her to go to jail.
I don't either.
I think she should. She got exposed. There's a whole scandal. I think that she should
probably let her send her child to a regular state, or
all the children should definitely get kicked out of the school because it's fraud.
The ones who are already in it?
Yes, kick them out. Yes.
Maybe if they're not maintaining the grade.
Schools will kick you out for bullshit, let me tell you, okay?
They do.
Oh my God. When I was in undergraduate school, I went into the men's locker room because my little boyfriend was in there. And we had done it before. Like, I just went in there. I didn't do it. So I went in there and was just kind of talking to him, and I saw a couple of naked white guys. When I tell you judicial affairs came down on my little ass, like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that to be able to stay. They weren't going to kick me out. They were just saying that I needed to write an apology to the men that were in the locker room because they were so distraught. They were laughing and shit, like, oh, hey. And I was just like, oh. But they made it seem like, I was so wrong and it was traumatic for them, and I had to write a letter.
Why were you in?
Okay.
Why?
So one night,
like, I'll wait for you right here.
Okay. We were in the pool, and the locker rooms. We had a female locker room and a men's locker room. Within these locker rooms were saunas. So one night, me and my little crew, right, including my boyfriend at the time, we all were in the pool, playing chicken and being stupid. And then we were done. We all went into the black. We were all black people, right? So these black men, we were smart enough to know they could not come into the women's locker room because girls would act like they fucking lost their life if they saw some men in the locker room. So one of the guys in the locker room saw that it was empty, and then we went in to just all chill in the sauna and, you know, just steam it up. Okay? So then the next time me and my boyfriend went, it was just me and him. So he was like, all right, let me peek. Now this is his fucking fault. He went to go peek to make sure the coast was clear so that we could chill in the sauna again, because that night it was empty-ish. There were a few white guys, but you know, they didn't really care. It's a very white school, so there were a few white guys in there, and they were butt-ass naked. They were having whole conversations with us and everything, so they were cool. They were younger guys. The next day, probably because it was earlier in the day, so yeah, he said he came out, he was like, coast is clear. I was trying to make my way to the sauna, and he's like, wait here, and I'm like, what's happening? And then it wasn't cool, so I don't know why the fuck he called me in there. So it was really his fault, because I sent him in to kind of, you know, pave the way for me to go into the but anyway, Judicial Affairs got my ass, and I had to apologize and do all kinds of shit.
Yeah, so don't do that, guys. Don't go into
the men's locker room at your school. I just wanted to be in the sauna, and I didn't want to sit by myself. It was stupid. I was 18.
Yeah, don't do that.
So,
but
yeah, but you know, I could kick them the fuck out. Kick them out. They could their credits that they've earned should be transferable. But once you get caught cheating,
yeah,
you're done.
Right.
If you were to get caught plagiarizing, you're done. So why should they get to be like, well, okay, well, just finish your degree? Fuck that. They should get their little transcripts.
Yeah, transfer to another good school if they take you.
You can't do stuff like this and get into a good school, because plagiarism follows you.
It does.
So this should be treated like plagiarism to me. It's academic fraud. So if you do something like that,
so then they're not gonna let them keep whatever credits. And probably.
I think they should keep their credits. There should be a little stamp on their transcript saying that they're fraud. And then wherever they can go with that.
They're not gonna do it. It's like a repo card. You're trying to come with a repo title on a BMW. You're like, what?
Them's the breaks.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody should go to jail, but it should be, there should be some consequences behind this shit. I'm not hating.
Yeah.
Because
I definitely don't think they should go to jail. Well,
No.
the parents shouldn't go to jail. Mr. Singer, he need to go to jail because he was running a whole, Lord knows how much money he made off of this.
I'm not hating on Mr. Singer either. He should just go broke. He should be able. He should
needs to
give
go
all
to
the
jail.
money somewhere, not to the parents.
Because if the parents was doing fraud, he was doing fraud.
Yeah.
Like he had a whole ring going, and for him to have all these people on the payroll, because you know, like we said, the coaches, the admission staff. What? No. Somebody's going to jail. I don't think it should be the parents, but somebody's going. After all
jail
this
is
has happened.
a lot for some cheating grades. I don't know. I just feel like jail should be reserved for heinous crimes, where no one really got cheated here, except maybe the students whose seats they took.
Right.
I'm not pressed about this. Even as someone who had to claw my way through college.
Parents did it. I'm not mad at the parents for.
I'm not mad at Mr. Singer either. It's a hustle. Shit.
Nah, he did a little bit too much.
It's hard out here.
He did a little bit.
9
to
to 5 don't be paying.
They don't, but yeah, Mr. Singer, he going to jail.
You telling me if you could have took a SAT test, Mr. Singer came to you and was like, "Yo, you look like a girl. I'm trying to help. Can you go in and take this?"
I would. I'm not Mr. Singer. If he gonna pay me and say like, "Yes, here, smart girl, take that," I'm taking it. And I'm gonna be like, "What? Who? What happened, Mr. Who? Damn, Mr. Singer." I'm singing, okay? So don't, like I said, don't involve me in no criminality because I will take a plea deal on your ass, okay? I am telling.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But that's that. This week wasn't really too much going on.
It was a lot of continuation.
Yeah,
of the
it's
old
pretty
shit.
much the same stuff going on. There was no breaking news this week. So I guess we'll see what happens next week. Maybe we'll have another continuation of another story. Maybe something else will happen in the entertainment world. But until then, that's it for us. Thanks again for joining us at NYC Chat Room with Tiffany and Lauren. See you guys next week.